off with posting on the thing that I was gonna be right back because I was tired. I was on X or something. Posted in the morning. I fell asleep like right after uploading to YouTube. And what was I gonna say? Oh, so I was looking into the protein coagulating or whatever, like, cause something about a fucking jellyfish thing. They said run the water 110, some extremely hot temperature. And the body's at 98.6. The protein in the body will coagulate at 105.8. And then they're saying 106 is death, but 105.9 is actually what I would say death, and there's a bunch of other decimals in between that. But yeah, so we're talking about the body reaches, we're saying 105.9 degrees, or 106 degrees, and they're dying. So how do you cool the body down? First of all, I don't recommend that you rinse your foot with that hot of water ever, because of what I'm talking about. The protein in your body will fucking coagulate, and then that's what's going to cause the deaths. So even in hot tubs, I think the hottest that hot tub should be is more like 101. You don't really want to go above that, because if there's ever a wrong reading and things like that, then you just don't want things to ever reach anywhere near that temperature. But anyways, what can you do for the people that are enduring a fever and from either the flu or virus to keep the body from enduring the protein coagulation? And I was thinking about it. If you heat rises for one, so if you get a burn on your hand and you immediately put that burned hand or whatever, the burn mark under water, then you're gonna drive that heat into your hand, even if it's facing downward. Like say you burned your hand, you're putting the water on from the top. It's same as putting your hand in water from this way. Either way, you're driving the heat further into your hand. And what you have to do in that situation, if you ever do endure like a quick burn or something, instead of putting cold water on it, you actually want to put warmer water on it, because you're going to draw the heat out of your hand. But like I said here, don't put something above 106 ever, and I wouldn't even reach 106. But what I do to take the heat out of my hands is when you do like this, like you got friction in your hands when you rub them together, you can say you burn your hands, you can do that. You can actually rub your hands, and the burn part, whatever, if it's on your finger or your hand anywhere, the burn part will actually like get pulled out. And I just kind of discovered that on my own when I was working a few years back or whatever. But it's always worked. So you got to drive the heat out of the body. You can't cool the body from the outside. So say you're enduring a fever and you put them in an ice bath. Well, the ice bath is going to push that heat in. It's going to push that heat in. Same scenario as like when you get a burned hand and you put water on it, it's going to drive the heat into your hand and actually further the burn, which is not what we want. So when someone is enduring a fever, I would say, like I really don't know about like room temp or anything like that, but I do know that to drive the heat out, like if the heat rises, then I would say consuming something that is extremely cold would probably drive the heat out, because your digestive tract is empty. So say you eat a popsicle, you're really hot and you eat a popsicle. The popsicle is going to sit in your digestive tract, and that's at the core of you. It's right in the center, so all the heat's gonna be driven out. So an icy, even you could make the popsicles into icy or make your own icy, or something that's extremely cold like that. Definitely don't have milk during a flu or a virus, because I've just found out that whenever I have cereal or milk, like milk with cereal, but specifically the milk, while I'm having a flu or a virus thing, it exacerbates the fucking symptoms and prolongs the recovery time, or like endurance and everything. There's been times too when I've almost felt like I'm like done, like over the illness, and I go and eat ice cream, and the fucking thing will come back. So that's something about that. But an icy is not dairy or whatever, and a popsicle isn't either. But something cold has to be put into the body. Well, what is something that's cold that is not frozen? Because water is gonna freeze at just 34 degrees, and that sounds like it's very cold. And you can get things colder, but it's harder and harder for the water to be consumed. Like an ice, say a piece of ice at -10 or -8 is going to be extremely hard. How do you consume that? Well, something that doesn't freeze at 34 degrees that is consumable would be the ideal thing in this situation. So I would say alcohol. I know it's my name, See Moonshines, you guys. So alcohol is going to be able to be set to, I don't know the freeze point. Let's look that up real quick. But what's the freeze point of, we'll say, moonshine? Because alcohol can be set to way lower temps, and it's still liquid and still consumable. And you know, so let's see, what is the freeze temp of moonshine? And I can look another one up, but let's just look this up first. Moonshine freezes at -22. So 40%, oh, that's only 40%. -22. 50%, we're looking at -40. I don't know about consuming those that low of a temperature, because you also don't want to freeze your fucking digestive tract. But I don't know, if you're this hot, then maybe it would work. So 70%, around -76. Damn, I don't know what fucking thing is 70% alcohol. Moonshine, I've never had that, or not that I know of. But let me see here. Vodka, freezing temp, -16, which is much colder than typical home freezer. No, it's only 8 degrees colder. So, but anyways, alcohol does kill bacteria. It does relax the body. So physiologically, hopefully that will have the same results, because your body's relaxed, your mind is probably going to relax. And when your mind is relaxed, you can actually get over illnesses a lot faster and healthier than when it's stressing out. But yeah, I think that might be something that can actually get people to survive the flu, because we're looking at just thousands of people are dying from the flu every single year. And they say people aren't dying from the common cold, the virus, but the thing is, you can catch a virus and also catch a flu, because a flu is not a virus. A flu is entirely different, an entirely different single-celled organism existence. But a virus is, we're gonna say, yeah, a virus, they don't have the ability to haven't had the ability to make vaccines for, because they mutate a lot faster, and you're just gonna have, by the time the vaccine gets put out, there's already the variant strain going around. So, uh, but that's the thing, is the common cold, although it is not deadly, it could weaken the immune system, distract the immune system and all that, and still be deadly in the fact that it's going to make you vulnerable to contracting the flu, and then also enduring all the symptoms of the flu. So I still feel like the common cold is, or like just, they call it common cold, but it's a virus. So virus is different than flu. You can contract COVID-19, whatever, this is another example of virus. And you can also contract a flu at the same time. A lot of times though, with the flu or with the virus, whichever flu is the strongest will beat out the other flu. So the stronger flu will beat out the other flu. Same with the virus. So COVID-19, if it's stronger than the common cold, then the common cold's not going to find the ability to settle itself in the body or whatever. So there's that. But you can't catch two viruses necessarily at the same time, but you can catch a virus and a flu. And same with the flu, you can't really catch two flus at the same time, especially if it's the same variant flu, because one is going to be stronger than the other. But you can catch a flu with the virus. So how are people dying from this? How do you die from flu, and how do you die from virus? What does that fucking mean? Well, there's a lot of things like that come along with having a weakened immune system. Maybe they aren't able to recover from some sort of injury that they endure, if they fall over or fucking get scratched, because not everyone's in a hospital setting in these scenarios. But then there's there is, what did I say? What's the other things? Oh, so the body heats up. They're saying something about there's an inflammatory response in the body where it reaches a point that it's like it can't stop itself from continuing the inflammatory response. So all I'm saying is, like, maybe we could get to that point at some other point, figuring out something like that. But what I think needs to be done is inject the person either with the cold alcohol directly into the veins, or have them consume it, or consume, like I said, a popsicle and all that, and don't even get to this point. But if you inject them with the vodka in a hospital setting, or some sort of whatever setting you're talking about, at home nursing care, inject them with the cold vodka or cold moonshine, and that will allow the inflammatory response to end its whatever effect, it's out of control effect, where it's just exacerbating itself and exponentially getting worse and worse, just because it can't stop what it's already doing. So maybe if it's cold enough, but it has to be from within, so from the veins and from the digestive tract, which I think the digestive tract is just a larger version of vein. So you could inject from all fucking angles through the mouth, fucking have them do an enema, of something cold. I don't know, saline solution, and just inject some, and then fucking do it in the veins too. And I mean, once if everybody could get matured and start thinking about things realistically, that this is just digestive tract, you guys. Let's, you know, focus on saving a life for a moment. And whatever it is that people come up with, I'm just recommending something that's natural to the digestive tract that is filled with something that kills bacteria. And I think they'll probably say, well, the liver is failing, the kidneys are failing. Yeah, because bacteria is being processed through it. That's why the kidneys and livers are failing. So you need to kill the bacteria, otherwise they will fail. You know what I'm saying? So, and I even think when they say the alcohol is being processed through the liver and it's killing the liver, whatever, I think that's the resulting factor of what the alcohol is doing within the body, which is killing bacteria. And when the bacteria is getting killed, it's getting processed through the liver with just like everything else or whatever. It's like a filter for the body, the liver and the kidneys. So the alcohol is killing the bacteria, and I think that once people build a tolerance, what they call tolerance to alcohol, what that is you probably killed most of the bacteria in your body, so you're not really filtering too much bacteria through your kidneys and liver. It's already your digestive tract's probably all cleaned up, the fucking filters are cleaned up, so you gotta wait a while and let your digestive tract and everything fill up with bacteria again. If you want to get drunk or whatever, fucked up, then I guess that's what you got to do. And if you're not feeling the effects anymore of the alcohol and everything, then that probably means you already killed everything. So you should probably just wait for a minute, because you don't want to be doing it for nothing. But you should be able to have beer, like, no matter what. If you're building up whatever and trying to come off and you don't want to stop drinking, beer or wine has been around for so long, and that's what was consumed instead of water, because water had bacteria in it. So they were consuming beer and wine to consume something that doesn't have bacteria in it, because alcohol kills bacteria. So before all these bubonic plagues and fucking epidemics and pandemics across the planet, people were consuming alcohol. The Denisovans or whatever that we come from were back 90,000 years back and before that. And things do ferment. I mean, it's not that hard for things to get to fermenting, including inside of your digestive tract. But for thousands of years is the point that the species has been consuming alcohol, because the alcohol is clean and kills bacteria, and the water has bacteria in it and doesn't kill bacteria. So people have been consuming that, and there was none of this shit going around, none of this fucking, and they're talking about, well, polio and all this stuff. I guess that's a disease too. But disease is not virus. I don't know. I think disease is different than virus and things like that. So, but I'm just saying. So, when the bubonic plague did come around, that came around at the Dark Ages, and during the Dark Ages, you're seeing all the torture devices, all the shit that the fucking leaderships were allowing the population to endure for punishments and whatever. They weren't being allowed to drink as a population alcohol all the time. It was the Dark Ages. That's the medieval times or whatever were not like a cool time. That's when a perfect example of knowledge was lost, because Rome got invaded by the Mongols. Rome fell. All their fucking knowledge fell with it. I heard there was a mass suicide and all this stuff, and then along with the wars that they were all fighting. But then I think the Mongols just continued to navigate the planet. They eventually got over spread too thin because they were covering too much land and had gone finally against China, I think, and that's what happened to them. But anyways, there's the Dark Ages right around that time because everything was just so different. And then you have this chaos and whatever going down that knowledge was lost, populations were spread out, people were left without the communication and whatever. Everyone's speaking different. So during that time, there was illness and disease and virus and flu and all that because no one knew how to make their beer, their own wine, their own fucking vodka or moonshine. Well, after that, things continued though. They didn't have the fucking reverse osmosis, let's split the molecule and get down to the fucking just the H2O. They just had, eventually after that, because once we got through the Dark Ages, we're pretty much reaching now. But people were starting to be allowed to drink alcohol again because it kind of got past that aspect of the Dark Ages, and people were realizing, wow, there's shit kills bacteria. And it wasn't until I think the 1920s that someone finally made alcohol illegal in the USA, and it then became legal again just a couple years after that with the 21st bill. But the 18th bill made it illegal in the USA, and for some reason that's the bill that continues to get followed, and that seems to be the bill that spread across the planet. But remember, we did have World War II. There wasn't just World War I, but there was World War II, and same situation there. Knowledge was lost. People were left without the ability to communicate. A whole bunch of stuff was going down in that aspect, and I think we're kind of in the same situation as coming out of the Dark Ages and medieval times. It's still kind of fresh, but people are going to have to realize that alcohol kills bacteria. So what's been consumed for the past thousands of years, as opposed to the past half century, it's been beer and wine. Beer, wine, and other variants of whatever you want to fucking throw out there. All of that's been consumed. Moonshine even probably, I don't fucking know, but we aren't that far out of our Dark Age, medieval time scenario. And then I think we just endured our first bubonic plague, the COVID-19, as a planet. And you'll notice across the planet, well, there's drinking age here, there's drinking age here, there's drinking age here, and then you go ahead and look at the mortality rates. Well, who's dying in these flu and virus situations? Well, the babies and the elderly. Do they have access to alcohol? Are these babies and elderly drinking a beer? Are they drinking some wine? Are they drinking champagne? No, they probably should be. Otherwise, But like I said, if anyone is sick, then go ahead and throw some alcohol in the freezer. Beer's different. Beer has water, higher water content, or much higher water content. Wine has around the same as some beers sometimes, And then fucking vodka is really where I would stay away from whiskey when you're sick, but anything you got would probably work. So, fucking check your shit. Um, I like the clear things more because I think the color stuff is more for flavor, and if we're gonna be logical here, then let's get as logical as possible. And red wine looks exactly like the motherfucking grape. It's red or purplish, whatever. White wine looks exactly like the grape, which is green skin grapes, and there's no flavoring added to it. That's just what the product is. So I would stay away from apple pie moonshine and just go for the full fucking moonshine. And then, what's I gonna say too? But yeah, in a hospital setting, if someone has that knowledge, you might want to try this out on some people as opposed to just resorting to vaccine, whatever. Try injecting them in the orifice, mouth and asshole, with something that's fucking pretty low temp. The ass, I don't know if it could take a fucking 0-degree shot. But I know your mouth, you could probably pull something out of the freezer and take a shot that's extremely cold, and it's not gonna do any harm to the digestive tract. But injecting it, you could probably do something pretty cold also, which would be more like get it right to, I would do above water temp freezing. So more like inject with like 36 or something. Nah, it's even close. Maybe like 38 degrees. And they're not gonna freeze, but it's gonna be fucking, it'll just send the fucking cold right through their body and hopefully disrupt that inflammation from, hopefully recontrol itself from whatever the fuck it's doing. So, alright, let's play fucking Fortnite. But I just wanted to say that because that's kind of a banger right now. To be able to save a bunch of people just by injecting them with what's already natural to the body. Because when you do consume alcohol, it's going to go through your veins anyways. So inject them with it and see what happens. And could be at first. My suggestion would be fucking do like a syringe first, get a shot in there. Go to the other arm, get a shot in there, and then maybe after that I'd probably just have like maybe a tube that feeds like a little bit more shot, an additional shot, but at a slower rate than what was just pressed in. But both arms going at once. Have them take a shot and inject a shot in their fucking ass. You got 4 shots in you, one time. But everybody, if you do have the flu, this is why it's important to do the routines as human mammal. You can sit with bacteria in your digestive tract and endure illness. It's gonna have to get processed through your liver, through your kidneys. The bacteria sit in your digestive tract. Every now and then you gotta go above and beyond for yourself. And you can look this up, but there's different enemas out there. There's not just water enema. You can do different things to help your body out. And they're talking about fucking milk enemas, coffee enema, alcohol enema, just fucking different things because it is your digestive tract. So you got to put something in there that's natural. But what is the overall factor that you're trying to accomplish? And what's your level of knowledge regarding what to do? You know, you don't want to bust your fucking intestine or anything like that, or punctured or anything. So make sure you're getting some that's actually supposed to be put in there, put in your digestive tract, which would be like something. They even got things on Amazon uh, that are shaped like a dick or whatever, shaped like a dildo. so, so if you want to be all serious about it, and they have those ones, and if you want to be, I don't know, preparing yourself for different situations, then they have all forms. So, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, every now and then, and I think if you do it enough, then you won't have to do it as much. But the people that haven't done it ever, or haven't done it for a while, are probably going to have to do it more often, the enema, as opposed to if you just get through your whatever you need to do, then it'll eventually, your digestive tract will just be clean. And after you enema, then you could drink. But I've also noticed you could take a shot, say you're fucked up or whatever, and then you're like, fuck dude, you don't feel good. You give yourself an enema and you're injecting yourself with water, and you'll sober up pretty quick actually. So that's a hint for people that are enduring an overdose or something with alcohol. Sometimes people have to get their stomach pumped. You might want to pump some water into it and dilute the motherfucker, and then also, like, you could just keep doing that and flush it out, you know what I'm saying? So sit in your bathtub and fucking flush. Fuck, dude. What's sitting in there when you're sitting in the bath? You know what I'm saying? So, and if you're not flushing it out, where is it sitting? It's sitting inside your digestive tract. So, I think everyone needs to start considering things like that more, because it's not just about the people that are getting sick, but are you spreading illness? Are you one of the people that have a weakened immune system because you're constantly, all your white blood cells are focused on the fucking digestive tract, what's sitting in it? Yeah, you could be spreading shit and not even know it. Just because you're healthy doesn't mean that you're not spreading shit around. So, yeah, everybody could really, I guess, probably contribute to eliminating these thousands of motherfucking deaths of people. It's families we're talking about here. And it's thousands every year. So something's got to go down. And those are the only things that I'm seeing that, like, how else do you die from flu? There's only so many things that can occur for you to die. So stop the inflammation phenomenon, cool it down, disrupt it by cooling it down, super freezing or whatever without the alcohol. Kill the bacteria with the alcohol as it flows through the veins in the respiratory tract. And I mean, throwing up, sometimes people lose nutrients. That's really easy to inject back in with the veins. You're not going to keep throwing up. Dehydration, all that. I mean, if you ever do get dehydrated, remember you can only have about one Gatorade cap of water at a time. Otherwise, if you drink too much water after being dehydrated, like, what is that called? Yeah, it's dehydrated. If you drink water immediately, then you're going to throw it back up, and you can actually continue to dehydrate yourself, and then people die from dehydration. So when you drink, you have to do something with the electrolytes in it. You want some just straight up fucking electrolytes, Gatorade, whatever though, um, whatever's, and fucking just one cup at a time. And once you get that cup, you pour a little bit more in. So it doesn't have to be out of the cap, but you just keep doing about that size because you're gonna drink at such a slow rate that your body can't throw up even if it wants to. Because just even in your mouth, it'll absorb into your cheeks and everything. But if you start drinking out of the bottle like it's a fucking, you know, it's just gonna get thrown back up. Like it's a lifesaver. You gotta drink the bottle very, very fucking slow. Otherwise, you actually can die from it. So I don't know what people are dying from when it comes to that stuff, but it seems kind of ridiculous to not utilize the 21st bill as a solution. The fuck? What the fuck is it here for? Alright, just let your kid die because, you know, well, now we can't drink beer. We can't drink wine, so just let it die. Yeah. can try and look how the fucking gun works. Fucking running out of ammo.
You know what they say. Early bird gets the ultimate vacation home. Book early and save over $530 on a week-long stay with Verbo. Because early gets you closer to the action. Whether it's waves lapping at the shore or smoothing in a hammock that overlooks the sun whenever you want it to. So you can all enjoy the payoff come summer with Verbo's early booking deals. Rise and shine. At the same time, select until the end of the day flight.
Fucking bitch. Try to fucking bomb. Look at God, such a short Muslim picture.
We've all been there. You hold on to a coupon, hoping to cash it in at the store, but then you forget about it. And suddenly you've got a mountain of useless expired coupons.
You think this one's still good? Free milk.
Oh, mate, that expired in 1993.
Dang it.
Fortunately, there are better ways to save money, like by switching to Geico. You could save about $900 on car insurance without ever touching a coupon.
Ooh, how about this? Half off flop this is
Try this with me.
It feels good to save, man. It feels good to get that.
Really botched that fucking entrance. Fuck. Did you see that landing? Supposed to land inside. We'll end up here again because it's getting kind of tough over here. It's getting kind of easy to classify. take a hit first. Gotta charge my pickup. Throw out some juice. Feels like a dead dog bit me right now. What? Did you see how much she had fucking left? It was like 5 maybe.
took so long at nighttime.
CBS January 11th. Hollywood's biggest market is now bigger than ever. None else. The Golden Globes with more stars, more glamour, more chaos, and more host, Nikki Glaser.
We're gonna laugh at the celebrities that can take it and completely ignore the ones who can't. Just kidding, you're not safe either.
The Golden Globes, live CBS Sunday, January 11th, and streaming on Paramount Plus.
God damn. Waiting for these scenes is crazy. I remember having to reach level 100. And at level 100, you fucking get everything. And now I guess it's 85. Oh my fucking god, guys. Really making me mad. She was pretty dope, but I thought she had spray paint hands. I think her chest pieces. Oh, I just fucking did the fucking thing I've been wanting to do. That was Stop. Oh shit.
I checked Allstate first and saved hundreds on my car insurance. Really smart. Unfortunately, I didn't check if I left the pizza box on top of my car before driving home. Not smart. Oh, and a semi just turned my deep dish into a thin crust.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Total savings vary, so it determines the amount of the it's smarter now.
Fortunately, by switching to gold, you can save about $900 per car without ever touching a key.
It's good to save thing if you went to Geico.
still glide. Front side kick points for the jump exhale. Lots of pressure hard. So the more you walk around, I guess it gets here they inside the points very closely. Look at that. There's 8 total plus. The bus driver milestone, I only got 5 goes left. I don't know what to do with Pixel, but I only got to play 5 more games and I get the bus driver game, so I'll see what that does. Fuck yeah, man. We get at least 5 more games. Let's get it going. Too bad shotgun you fucking reload fast enough. Damn it. See the things. Alright, we're good. Oh, almost ready.
You won't believe everything I just saw. I went to Disneyland. First, I went to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Live, and I danced with Goofy. At night, I saw this parade. Everything was glowing. Sorcerer Mickey was there, and I did one green. Oh, and guess what? Bluey and Bingo are coming for real life.
Make memories that last a lifetime during the 70th celebration. From Pink to Night Parade returning January 30th. The World of Color Happiness. Bluey and Bingo coming soon. Happiness is everywhere. The Disneyland Resort.
He used to be able to stand right away, but something happened and changed that motherfucker there. Got the old fucking- Just immediately ran. Four people left. Put that one down. So it's okay. Gotta find another. Oh no! Fucking bad. Fuck! Damn it. So we're gonna fucking 4 more because I keep fucking forgetting that. Stage 6 of 20. What the fuck? How many fucking times do you guys think of this motherfucking restaurant? The rest are maxed out. Whatever. I like looking through that box like that. Takes up too much of my view. you don't get thank the bus driver when you're doing the waves. We need to get more games in, man. People are we're talking about 20 plus on these bus drivers. Liver perfect gift. Oh, I forgot about those. Fuck! Fuck out of me. Damn, dude. Fucked up. I fucking threw something at him. And I'm gonna throw. Oh, we got it. Alright, now we're seeing that. Shit. Gotta find Santa. Not a perfect gift to deliver. And I only have too much time to do it. He's out front. Where are the people at? People at. What is this fucking tree doing? People aren't really into following right now. So it's almost safer to run away again. Okay, here we go. bitch. How is he that accurate? Away from the sniper. Oh my god. That's invisible. Oh, there's two people. Let's see.
Fortunately, my switches are gone. You could save about $900 on car insurance without
That
ever
was just
touching
one person.
It feels good to save big. It feels good to Gaga.
Okay, so two more. 10K. Now we need 15 to the next level. I wonder how many levels I can get. I should just do the zombie though. Let me do a little bit of the zombie. Turn this one down a little. Fuck, too much. Let's get situated here. Shotgun takes way too long to reload, man. 12%. I gotta fucking end this stream and start over or something. Man, this one, it's been long enough. So, yeah, I gotta charge it up.
We'll see you guys soon, though.